Have you ever been in love with a man?
Maybe. I've been in, I lived with a guy, and I've dated many.
Are the baby bells ringing in your body?
Nah. I'm like Gloria Steinem. If I'm gonna create myself, I'm not gonna have time for mothering, like creating something else. Someone else.
My secret science love is also perfectly impossible. The other day, out of nowhere, he starts to talk about houses and foreign cities and grandchildren. And I start to really think about a life with him. It's becoming very raw and irrational.
He just talks about grandchildren to make you hot for his cum.
It's all so much smoke anyway. I mean, he can't do any of that. He'll have to change everything.
Maybe if you told me what you were talking about, I could help.
Do you think so? If I fall in love with you, it'll be so hard to work with you. I'd completely lose my critical sense.
Maybe. But it might make the work better.
It's hard now as it is. Here, let me show you. See what I mean?
This isn't how it'll sound with the band, but at least you'll get an idea to come up with a song. I can change things around if you need me to, for lyrics or any kind of emotion that you're building. I'll do that.
What you've got. I'm impressed.
Is it?
I didn't know you had this in you.
It's just chemistry.
I'm working on an hourglass filled with pollen, housed in perhaps a cork house. I'm thinking about cork and reading about insects. A bee that is stylopsized is invaded by a parasite called a stylops. They pick up the egg, I guess from flowers, and this damn thing grows into an insect inside them. It is only a tiny bit smaller than they. The stylopsized bee looks pretty much the same, save for the parasite's tail, which can be detected hanging from the bee's anus. Roll over. Digression on Fanny Right. Fanny Right lived in New York City in the early 1800s. She was one of the free thinkers, and the hero Lafayette was her lover. She gave popular lectures that railed against the evangelical missionaries and religious hypocrisy. She espoused free love, which was interpreted to mean that men and women should only be married as long as they were in love, and that otherwise marriage was a prison for both parties. She fought for the rights of the working poor so that they might have equal education with the rich. And she converted a church on Broome Street into the Hall of Science, and she hung huge pictures of free thinkers and radical heroes in the windows, which was a daily affront to the Bible printers across the street. She was called a bold blasphemer, and a voluptuous preacher of licentiousness. Fanny Rightism was an epithet used among the swells for decades.
I mean, it's ironic. Your commitment to faith and this added dimension of unattainable consummation is making the science all that much better.
Torture on the way to tragedy?
The tragedy will end up being the fact that I can't give everything to this relationship, and eventually you'll develop a taste for it and want something more than the experiment. It'll be all or nothing at all, and once you see that I can't give all, can't give anything, and my real commitment is to learn something about myself, you know? I only want love as I find it. I feel that what I want we could build better as colleagues than lovers. If only there wasn't this. My head is strained with wonder what to do with all these feelings in the face of the impossibility of having any more than the memories that already exist.